AN to the a hole for taking away my brother's +1 and inviting his girlfriend myself. I kind of know I am the asshole, but I need to know how bad it was. My brother is 29 and has been with Laya for about 2 years. We all like her. She is super nice. I'm getting married next April and sent an invite to my brother's apartment. We decided to send invites to households and not individuals. For example, our aunt received an invite for her family and not for each individual. Last Thursday, we met at my parents' place. It was just the Kerr family because of some tax reasons, lol. While there, I asked my brother about Laya's dietary restrictions. I know that she is a vegetarian for health reasons and that she cannot have certain raw vegetables. He said that she wasn't going to come and that he was taking his girl best friend, Amanda, instead. Now, their relationship is weird AF. Amanda has always been stringing my brother along, in my opinion. He always denies having feelings for her. But let's be real here. Amanda would date other guys, blow off my brother. Then when things were on the decline with her partners, she would be attached to him again. Her last boyfriend broke up with her right around the time my brother, his then ex-girlfriend, Amanda, and her ex were supposed to travel to Spain. What did my idiot brother do? Go with Amanda alone because Amanda was uncomfortable with his ex-girlfriend. Obviously, he acted blindsided when his girlfriend broke up with him. I didn't even say anything anymore because it's also weird. So, when he said that, I asked if Laya already had other plans. But my brother said that Amanda had asked if she could come because it would be an opportunity to finally see the old gang. We were in the same friend group in high school. I told him that I would have invited Amanda if I wanted her there. Amanda is mean and cold. She always makes disparaging comments about other girls. At every event, around 1 hour in, she will make some sort of scene that either has her running away crying, or sitting mad at a table telling everyone to leave her alone and then making a cryptic comment about something hurting her. I told my brother I was revoking his +1 and Amanda was not coming to our wedding. He accused me of being misogynistic and bigoted because I don't understand opposite sex friendships, which is BS. My husband has a female childhood friend who is his best woman. I love her too, and she has been amazing. And she respects fucking boundaries. She always includes me and made a huge effort when I started dating my fiancé to integrate me into the friend group. Anyway, I said my decision was final. He could take it or leave it, but I would be inviting Laya myself because I like her. He screamed at me and told me to keep out of his business. I said to get rid of his weird fucking feelings for Amanda. He is mad at me. My dad said it is none of our deal. My mom is furious with my brother. So AITA, edit. The invite was addressed to the Smiths. Funnily enough, Laya had the same last name as us. Granted, we have one of the most common last names. Yes, they live together. The tax thing is nothing huge. My parents have a small business, but are really bad at keeping track of all their receipts. So every month we go and help them. We digitalize the receipts and put them in a bookkeeping software for the accountant. Am I the a-hole for firing my best man for proposing at my wedding? My 30-male wedding was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. My wife 28 female and I spent months planning every detail. And it turned out perfect almost. My best man, let's call him John 32 male, has been my closest friend since childhood. Naturally, I asked him to be my best man, and he accepted with excitement. The ceremony was beautiful, and the reception was even better. Everything was going smoothly until the speeches. John got up to give his best man speech. At first, it was full of the usual jokes and heartfelt stories, which everyone enjoyed. But then, out of nowhere, he turned to his girlfriend 25F and started talking about their relationship. Before I knew it, he was down on one knee, proposing to her right there in the middle of my reception. The room went silent. I could feel my wife's hand squeezing mine tighter and tighter. John's girlfriend said yes, and everyone started clapping and cheering, but I was fuming. I felt like my special day had been hijacked. Instead of celebrating our marriage, everyone was now focused on John and his fiancée. After the initial shock wore off, I confronted John and told him he was out of line. He said he thought it would be a great surprise and assumed I would be happy for him. I told him he was selfish and inconsiderate, and I ended up kicking him out of the reception. Now, some of our mutual friends are saying I overreacted, and that I should have let it slide for the sake of our friendship. My wife fully supports my decision, but I'm starting to wonder if I was too harsh. Am I the a-hole for firing my best man and kicking him out of my wedding for proposing during my reception? Am I the asshole for not making my sister my maid of honor? T.S. I hope this all makes sense. I have ADHD and struggle to tell coherent stories. Am I the a-hole for prioritizing my career over attending my stepbrother's wedding? I 24 male recently had a conversation with my dad, and I explained that I likely won't be able to attend my stepbrother's 26 male wedding. I'm currently transitioning out of the army and have been offered an opportunity, an internship perfectly aligned with my career goals. This internship to hire promises industry certifications at no cost and provides an entry-level wage of $35 an hour, well above the regional average. With certifications tailored for veterans and supported by my transferable experience, there's potential for significant salary negotiation. This opportunity is especially crucial as my wife is currently in nursing school, which will continue for the next 2 years. The conflict arose because the wedding dates coincide with my internship's training schedule. When I explained this to my dad, he insisted that attending the wedding was non-negotiable, emphasizing the importance of family above all else. While I deeply respect his perspective, I noted that I live far from the rest of my family, 15 hours, and lack a support system. I need to secure a stable job and build a future for my wife and myself, particularly now that I am the sole earner. Despite clarifying the legal obligations, the internship is my place of duty, and attendance is mandatory according to military regulations. My dad suggested I find a way to attend the wedding, even proposing I request leave from my superiors. However, this may not be feasible due to the structured nature of the internship program. Unlike my siblings, I live independently and manage all my expenses, making decisions that significantly impact our future. I firmly believe that my dad would understand the importance of this opportunity if he knew the specifics. Unfortunately, my dad sees my absence as a failure to prioritize family over career ambitions. While family is very important to me, I am the sole provider in our household, and I firmly believe my wife's needs must take priority. Securing a stable career and financial stability is crucial not only for my personal fulfillment, but also for our shared future. I can see why I would be the asshole, placing my career over a wedding, but am I wrong to prioritize these responsibilities over attending my stepbrother's wedding? Minor edit. I meant to say that I'm sure that my dad would understand the importance. As for my stepbrother, he simply said, if anything, you can cancel the internship. While I know he didn't mean it negatively, it shows me either the unwillingness or the incapability of my family to understand my priorities. Am I the a-hole for withdrawing my sister's wedding fund because of her fiancé? My 27 female cousin, 26 female, and her fiancé, 26 male, are supposed to get married around spring. They have been engaged for 2 years. Cousin has been living with us since she was 3, after her parents passed away, and I love her dearly as my younger sister, and I support her in many of her decisions, except for this marriage. I feel like my cousin is rushing into things and ignoring the fact that they're not financially stable. Neither of them has a job, and while she is in a PhD program, and they're living off some of her research funds, it is not enough to make a living. They are currently residing in an apartment that his parents are paying for. To be fair, I never approved of their relationship, even when they were dating, and I haven't softened up on him yet. I've been vocal with her about wanting them to break up their relationship, now engagement. I find him obnoxious and rude, and he has made some unnecessary comments that still boil me. For instance, whenever we invite them for dinner, he makes snarky remarks about my wife's traditional dishes, and no, we've never forced them to eat any of them. Those were more for my wife than for them. But he compliments everything I make, even something as simple as coffee. And he keeps telling me that I'll make a good man happy one day. It's infuriating that my cousin just ignores this. His disrespect for my marriage is the reason for this whole situation. With the wedding on the way, he introduced me to the other funder, his relative. We hit it off right away. We're close in age and share similar interests, so we bonded well. But I started to notice that my brother-in-law was behaving peculiarly, like he would try to give us space to be alone with each other or give us hints that we are a natural couple. I had to tell the other person that I have a wife, and what he told me in return really shocked me to the core. Brother-in-law has been going around telling his family that I'm getting a divorce because my wife cheated. The sheer audacity of this man baffled me. I left and, without saying a word to anyone, withdrew my fund. After cooling down, I informed the couple, my wife, and my parents of what I had done and why. My cousin called me crying and begging for the funds, but I told her no. If she can afford a wedding, then don't have one. My Bill has resorted to calling me names and is getting his parents involved in it as well. My parents are okay with it, as it is my money, but my wife, although she is angry with what brother-in-law did, doesn't support my action. Whether the first withdrew the fund or not, they will get married and stay family with us. So this would only cause a rift with my sister. While I understand her point, I don't see why I should support the marriage of someone who doesn't respect mine. So, am I the a-hole for withdrawing funds because my future brother-in-law slandered my marriage?